And the reason I say I'm not afraid, there were like throughout my life, I would have said I was afraid and all sorts of things like that. But the truth of it is that I've really discovered in doing all those things is it's not fear. I bring up asking questions because when you're in that moment and you might think you're afraid, you've got to ask, like, okay, what am I aware of and what am I not aware of? Like this energy of that you could call fear or something, it's oftentimes your awareness of the demand that everything like what's going on around you requires of you. That
And I love that you said, what am I aware of and what am I not aware of? Because
yeah,
both those things will cause that sense of like a ping or an urgency or something
yeah,
that comes up.
yeah. Because like I'd say, like, when I say what am I aware of, I'm looking at, okay, the awareness could be, it's like maybe I'm actually aware that I do not have the level of skill and ability right now to handle this situation. Not like handle this situation completely. I mean, like handle it the way I think I need to. Like maybe I'm like, oh, I think I need to rock climb this way. But it's like I start to get really scared when maybe the best choice is actually to go, you know what? I'm not gonna keep climbing. I'm gonna go down. Or maybe I'm gonna try a different route or something rather than trying to force myself down a specific track.
So what is often called fear is kind of like what you describe now, like a ping from the universe.
Yeah.
Hey, become a little aware now. What's actually going on? What do you need to know? What's the next step?
And not
Cool.
just a ping from the universe, but like your own true awareness
Hmm.
of what you're not aware of at the moment. Like like there was a time I went out into some really, really rough waves. Really rough waves. And I was like, I don't know if I should do this right now, but I really, really want to. And I did. But before I did, I was like, man, this is wild. Like I actually walked up to the lifeguard that was out there, started talking with him, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't go out there. He's like, nah, man, you'll be all right. It was an old guy too. And he's like, just don't go out right here. He was like, you need to go all the way out there and you'll be able to walk out to almost where it's breaking really intensely. And then from there, you won't have too far to go to get behind the waves. And I was like, wow, I'm so glad I talked to this guy. Otherwise, it would have been way hard. And I did what he said. But still, even when I got out there, it was like I got out there and there was one point where I was like freaking out. I was like scared. I was like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. I was like, man, maybe I'm gonna drown. Da, 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 da. And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, what? And I did. I asked universe, what are you trying to show me? And it was just like get present with everything. And then I just like sat there. I didn't sit. I was like laying on my surfboard and I just laid in one spot. And I started asking, like, okay, universe, you just tell me when to go and where to go. And it was like, stay right here. And when I stayed in just one spot, literally, it was so wild. Waves were crashing all around me and like nearly on top of me. But the spot I stayed in stayed relatively calm until one moment when it was like, okay, now go. It was like, go that way. And then I just went. And then the spot I was in, waves started crashing on top of it. And I learned how to paddle out through waves just by following that awareness and like the water and the universe telling me where to go.